Hey, Thrifty Teresa here. I am looking like a drowned rat today. I just got out of the shower. When I got home from work, I just did my normal routine and I went and got in the shower and I forgot that I was planning on making a video. So instead of taking 9 hours to dry all of this, I'm like, forget it. You'll get me in my natural state and we will do a video. It's not a beauty contest, and if it was, you know who'd be winning anyway. So what I wanted to talk about today is about when it's time to slow down your business, or me. It's time for me to slow down my business. I don't do a lot of business, but what I have been doing is spreading myself thin in too many areas and not focusing a lot of time and attention on things. Actually, what I have been doing is focusing my attention on a lot of things that are doing really well, and all the little things that I dabble in have fallen to the wayside. And I've come to terms with that. I had my come to Jesus moment earlier today. Hey Jesus, how's it going? So basically, what I have been doing in the month of August is I've really been ramping up my Etsy work when it comes to the Thrifty Teresa Etsy store, reselling vintage goods, sourcing vintage goods. I have a stockpile of stuff that I need to process and picture and everything. I need to do a whole video for you. And I've really been focusing a lot of attention on Etsy, and it's been going great. I've been getting great sales and great numbers this month, probably some of my best numbers that I've had for a couple months on Etsy in the Thrifty Teresa shop. With that said, other things have fallen by the wayside, and I have not been dedicating much or any time to other things, and those are suffering. So I need to come to terms with the fact that some of the experiments that I've been doing and some of the great ideas that I had, there's just not enough time in my day to get all of these things done. Whenever a new idea comes out or I get inspired to do something, I'm the kind of person that like dives in with both feet and just gets going gung-ho, ready to rock. And then I realize, oh, but I was doing something else and I need to go do that too. So throughout this year of reselling, I have been doing my Amazon stuff, Amazon FBA. I've still been selling a little bit on eBay. eBay, though, thankfully is sort of a machine that can roll on its own. And same with FBA, except FBA requires you to actually send stuff in, which I haven't been doing. And for the month of August, it's almost the end of the month. Today's the 26th or 27th or something like that. And I've only sold 10 items on Amazon FBA this month, which is lame. Really lame. I've only sent in one package of stuff to them with about 20 products, but those haven't sold yet. I haven't been giving enough time or attention to Amazon. eBay's chugging along. I get little sales on there from time to time. I've actually just recently added a couple new things to it. You saw on my last haul video with some little figurines and stuff that I don't really want to put on Etsy. I put them on eBay. And then the other thing is that I've got 3 Etsy shops. I've got my Thrifty Teresa Etsy shop, which is rocking, and I'm having a lot of fun and being very successful. And then I've got my handmade Etsy shop, Prayers for Teresa, which has my old handmade rosaries and things like that that I used to make a long time ago, and I'm just basically selling off old inventory of things that didn't sell at craft fairs and things. That's sort of on autopilot. I really only check in on that site maybe once a week just to see if anything has expired, if I need to relist something, but I don't take any time to promote that. Then my other great idea was the Scrappy Teresa shop, which I announced just a couple months ago. Scrappy Teresa has actually been going for about 4 months, and those listings are starting to expire. And with that expiration, I've decided I'm not going to continue with that shop, at least not for now. I'm not going to renew any listings or waste any more time on that one right now. I don't have the time or energy to really list all the things that I want to list on that site. There's only about 40 things up right now, I think, and I've only had one sale. Because I'm not dedicating a lot of time to it, I've got to let it go. At this point, it's in my best interest to let it go, because if I stopped what I'm currently doing and started refocusing on my attention on that third Etsy shop, my current successful Etsy shop is going to start swirling down the toilet, and we don't want that. So I've made the business decision that I'm not going to do the Scrappy Teresa, at least for the time being. But of course it will always be in my back pocket if I want to start adding things to that. The other thing that I'm doing with my current Thrifty Teresa vintage shop is I'm coming to the point where it's been going for, let's see, since November of last year. And so there's been two 4-month periods, 8 months of items on there that have expired, and I've renewed them, and now they are expiring again. And I'm wondering, should I renew some of these items? So I'm taking a close look at my current inventory that I have on Thrifty Teresa and wondering if I want to bother continuing to carry certain items, some of those items being like my sewing patterns, which I sell a little bit from time to time, but they're not necessarily desirable patterns. They're not costumes or anything, so they're just kind of like, you know, crappy 80s wear with like shoulder pads and stuff. Not really big sellers. And I see the views on those when I view my stats on Etsy that those items are really only getting like 1 or 2 views a month in an entire 30-day period. So if they're only getting 1 or 2 views a month and they're up for 4 months, I just don't think it's worth my 20 cents to relist it again, because I'm not going to be making a huge profit on those items anyway. And if I continue rolling 20 cents and 20 cents and 20 cents into them, there's no profit to be had. So I'm going to stop with those. And I've got some other things in my old inventory, things that I originally bought with the intention of putting on Thrifty Teresa, but because I thought they were cool, or I thought they would be, you know, there's collectors out there or whatever. And I'm coming to terms with the fact that some of those things just aren't going to sell. So I'm going to, you know, go through my current inventory and downsize that so that I can take new inventory and bring it in. So those are the types of things that I'm going to be doing in my business. Is I want to continue focusing on Thrifty Teresa, which is where I have the most fun, where I enjoy selling the most. I got such good customers. And then I'm going to take all the extra energy that I put into those other stores and eBay and start working harder on Amazon. So if I only have 2 things to focus on instead of 4 or 5 things to focus on. Oh, and Instagram. I talked to you about Instagram a while ago. I have been using Instagram, and I have had some sales on Instagram, and it's been pretty cool. It is something that I continue to do in my spare time or when I'm at work, because everything's on my phone and I can do pictures and hashtag this and hashtag that and send things through PayPal and get that all done. But that still takes time. So really figuring out where I want to put my time. That is the point that I'm at right now in my little small business. Having a full-time job, having a full-time life outside of my job, and then coming home and playing around with vintage toys and playing cards and all this stuff. You know, it can take a lot out of a girl. So even though I've got all these great ideas and all these great intentions and all these great platforms to sell on, I know for me, in order to do it successfully, I have to focus, and I have to focus on the one or two things that are going to be the most fun, be the most lucrative, and be what I'm passionate about. And some of those things I'm just plain not passionate about. So, for you guys, I hope none of you have had to pump the brakes and reassess their business situation like I have. I hope I hear updates from you guys like, I'm getting a warehouse, I'm hiring an employee, all my minions are going to do all the hard work while I go out and have fun. You know, I really want everybody to be successful. And in order for me to be successful, I have to be laser focused. So that is what I'm going to do until I come to you with a video saying, I've got a great idea, I'm going to start doing this, and then get all scattered again. So anyway, that's my moment of clarity. Fresh out of the shower, smelling like spring rain or whatever. And yeah, so that's it. That's my update. I hope everybody out there is being successful. I hope you're all getting warehouses and hiring minions. I wish the best for all of you. And I will talk to you later. Bye.